They don't know who they're looking for. They don't know why they're looking for them. All they have is a suspicious black person. That's all they have. That's literally all they have. And that's all they need to kill someone. A suspicious black person. What it makes them suspicious? There's only, the key word there is black.
NANI? Dynamite! Dynamite!
Another amazing story and interesting things. Now, in Chicago, I'm from Chicago, so this is something that resonates with me. How many times do you think you can be stopped and accused of a crime and at the same time be let go of that crime? Like, if you're wondering what this means, in 2019 there was a bizarre incident where this young man and his brother were stopped 4 times in one night for the same crime by the Chicago Police Department, and all 4 times no one could seem to communicate amongst themselves. It's the biggest breakdown in communication, and for black people who experience violence from police, 60% more. The fact that this kid got off without having his face blown off is amazing. Let's get into it.
Find police beating on their door.
Okay, listen, at some point this door's gonna be broken open, and you will be dragged out.
Jaylin, her oldest son, opens it and is greeted with handguns.
Hey, get down on the ground, on your knees.
The gun is aimed at his head when police wrongly target him as they barge into their apartment without a warrant.
It happened so fast.
Know your rights.
If
they can break down the door, let them break down the door.
In the hallway.
Door open here on the front.
As scared as Jaylin was, he was more afraid for someone else.
Stop. Please, my little brother.
Terrified of what officers might do.
Do you have a gun? No, stop. Come on. Get on your knees.
At gunpoint, they order Lazarick, who was just a 7th grader at the time, to the floor. What are you feeling at that moment?
Honestly, I was scared because I was like, okay, anything could happen at this moment.
Do you think you might have been killed that night?
I very easily could have been killed that night.
He sounds
What
like
you
Chris.
just witnessed is just one encounter between police and the teens that night. It all happened here at this apartment complex near the red line at the
Shout out to
Loyola
the
University
camera guy.
stop. The CBS 2 investigators have now obtained body camera footage of an unbelievable 20 minutes that led up to their terrifying ordeal.
Who started this? What happened?
Those body cam videos,
Originally came as a suspicious person. 6 male blacks in the stairwell.
plus police dispatch radio transmissions, now reveal how several other innocent young black males in the area were also targeted that same night.
Do we have anything besides them being a suspicious person?
Listen as a sergeant heading to the scene wants more information.
They said, what are they being chased for? Suspicious person? Is that all we got?
The confusion about who police are chasing and why gets even worse for Jaylin.
Did it seem to you like they were disorganized that night?
Police are the worst. You're talking about low IQ individuals being tasked with solving problematic situations. They are the most low IQ individuals I ever met in my life. And like I said, any cop who has a brain about themselves, they get out of being a cop because they understand that it's just not a good fit for them. The only cop I ever respected left and became a Secret Service agent. Like, what?
Very. When you run into officers as many times as I did, they're disorganized.
Disorganized because when Jaylin was held at gunpoint, it was actually the 4th time he was confronted by police that night. 20 minutes earlier, around 7:47 p.m., was the first time police take him down. It's hard to see in the darkness, but that's him getting tackled.
So I immediately put my hands up. They bring me down, cuff me right here.
He was a junior at Sullivan High School at the time and a standout football player and champion wrestler. He says to avoid
Sounds
the
like
possibility of getting shot by police, he made sure he did not resist.
I was always taught to always respect them and never run, never talk back, never do these things to the police. But that was because
I find it strange that we're always taught to respect police and bow our heads and all, but we're never taught to just know the law, know our rights. You're taught to respect police before you're taught your rights, your civil, your bill of rights, just all that stuff. Why is that such a thing, right, for us, right? Why are we taught to respect them before we're taught to know what they are and aren't allowed to do? Is it on purpose?
Because of what they do to people like me. So
People like you?
yeah, black teenagers.
It screams misconduct.
Al Hofeld Jr. is the family's attorney.
I think it's a way of policing that's dehumanizing and frankly racist.
He is then questioned about guns and if he really lives here in Rogers Park.
What's your name, man?
He gives his name and address.
I live upstairs.
But they don't believe him, and while handcuffed, take his keys from his pocket, go through his building and open his apartment door.
This is it?
And then they let him go.
Yeah, we apologize, man. It's just bad timing, man, you know? Wrong place, wrong time, all right? But that's why I had them uncuff you right away.
But after that apology, a few blocks away, Jaylin is again stopped by police. He's cleared again, but as he heads back to his apartment complex, another team of officers is still on the hunt, searching someone else's unit. Listen as they admit they have no clue who they are looking for.
What are these guys wanted for? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
But as they leave, they see Jaylin, who is going back to his apartment. It's the third time Jaylin gets stopped and questioned by police that night.
So they don't know. Okay.
Eventually,
So they don't know
let him
who
go
they're fault.
upstairs
They don't
through
know.
the back door. That's when these cops came banging at.
They don't know who they're looking for. They don't know why they're looking for them. All they have is a suspicious black person. That's all they have. That's literally all they have. And that's all they need to kill someone. A suspicious black person. What it makes them suspicious? There's only, the key word there is black. No height, no weight, no feature, no cloth, they don't even know why they're searching for him. And by law, being suspicious is not a crime.
At the front door.
Get down the ground.
You remember them, the officers who forced him to the ground at gunpoint.
Don't do this again.
Eventually, a sergeant arrived and told the officers to let both minors go. But when they asked officers why they used force on them, police told them this.
Don't bitch. So was your boy. He's getting cold for Christmas.
What does it say to you that one of them would make a final comment saying, you're going to get coal for Christmas?
It makes you feel like disgusted. It's very belittling to just diminish what I went through.
The family filed a formal police misconduct case 2 years ago. And the Chicago Police Department, they say they can't comment because it's all still being investigated by the Civilian Office of Police Accountability.
If he doesn't get easily, whatever he gets, like if he's given 2 million, it should be multiplied by 4. If he gets 10 million, it should be multiplied by 4. Like, and this is when people, and there's people I know, there's black people I know that'll say dumb shit like systemic racism doesn't exist. You're an animal. Like, the fucking balls on people. Systemic racism doesn't exist. That slavery shit is over. He got stopped 4 times in one night by one police department who are looking for someone they don't know, they can't identify, and don't know why they're looking for him.
In the loop, Dave Savini, CBS 2 Investigators.
Great
During
story.
this investigation, we also discovered one of the officers who entered the family's apartment that night had a logo embroidered on his uniform. It's the skull symbol that often represents the Punisher, an anti-hero in a popular Marvel comic series. There's a lot of debate right now about whether the logo is a hate symbol. Read up on its history and
that's what we're dealing with, people. Shout out to the kid's ability to stay alive. He's gotta go far, right?
We can catch the five, but it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line, and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night, don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down.